Yeah. So now people might be telling you the truth, but you don't believe them. Yes, because you were conditioned, you listen to narratives, things, you watch movies, with certain messages. And now when people tell you the truth, you don't believe it. You've been conditioned to the cave, to the shadows. Yeah, believing that that's the truth. Um, in the midst of the intellectual climate, Socrates propounding philosophical method. Let me see, because I think I missed some that I think is important. Reflecting on the real world event, Socrates, that he was Plato's mentor, was condemned to death by the Athenian government in the same way that the cave dwellers attacked the freed prisoner. How sad, yes? His crime was the disruption of societal order by questioning prevailing norms. So, to fully comprehend the allegory of the cave, it's vital to situate it within its historical context and connect it to the broader philosophical tenets exposed by Plato. In the midst of this intellectual climate, Socrates propounded philosophical methods emphasizing critical thinking and logical argumentation, upsetting the powers in charge. It's still happening, yes? I think more even now, maybe, or same. While Socrates never recorded his thoughts, his philosophy and dialectical method are reflected in the works of his student Plato. Plato's philosophical worldview is primarily documented in his dialogues, where he explores various philosophical questions through the voice of Socrates and other characters. The Republic, which contains the cave allegory, is one of the most significant works, focusing on justice and the ideal society. The allegory of the cave is nestled in the middle of the Republic, presented by Socrates as a metaphor illustrating his theory of forms. According to Plato, the empirical world we perceive with our senses is merely a world of appearances, a poor copy of the real world of forms or ideas. These forms are the eternal, unchangeable, perfect archetypes of the imperfect, transitory things we perceive in the world. The cave prisoners, chained and observing the shadows on the wall, symbolize humanity's predicament in the empirical world, misled by illusions and false appearances. The freed prisoner represents the philosopher or the enlightened individual who perceives the world of forms, gaining true knowledge. When he returns to the cave to enlighten others, he embodies the philosopher's responsibility to educate society, even in the face of resistance or hostility. In this context, the allegory is a vivid encapsulation of Plato's philosophical ideas, a profound meditation on the nature of reality, the pursuit of truth, the philosopher's role, and the transformative power of knowledge. So can you imagine, we've been people, different, cultures, traditions, philosophies, and things like that, try to wake us up so many times. And still, yes, and we are still asleep. We still believe the narratives. The enlightened prisoner, upon returning to the cave, is met with disbelief and hostility from those stealing chains. Can you imagine? We can liberate, we can set ourselves free, and we don't want to believe. Yeah? We are believing the shadows. And we think that that's what it is.